What's up, Kelsey?
What's up, Robert?
I believe it is at Friday Roundup time.
It's YMBToAP on Fridays.
You goddamn right. All right.
What we got?
I got some movies.
Heck yes, you do.
Now, okay. I have 0 movies coming out in theaters.
Okay.
Fucking not a one. Nothing on streaming services. Nothing.
All
Opening
right.
with that now. This is just stuff that you can buy next Tuesday, January 31st.
Sweet.
And boy, howdy, is there a movie that if you and I were walking around a Fry's Electronics together and we saw this movie, we would definitely be buying it.
Okay.
Okay. So first of all, the only new release we have coming in is Bones and All, which I still super want to see.
Have I heard of this one?
Yes, this is the Timothy Chalamet cannibal movie.
Oh, yes. I forgot about that.
So of
My
course, because it's a cannibal movie, borderline horror, no 4K release. Of
God. Ugh,
course, because we
of
just
course.
don't do that. I really want to see this, so I'm still very excited.
Yeah.
Next, we have the 25th anniversary of Event Horizon.
All right. Wow.
I've never seen this movie.
Same. But I feel like I should.
Yes, we should. Like, I know what it's about, but I just
Yeah.
love this, like,
That's
nebula
pretty
in space.
flippin' and cool right there.
Yeah,
Skull Nebula.
it's fucking terrifying. Like, this good packaging. I like it.
It's quite nice.
Now we get to our favorite boutique labels
Yes.
with
Boutique.
our lovely Kino Lorber.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
are first up on the list. We have just a very nice release of The Italian Job.
Oh, interesting.
Very nice. Fucking Michael Caine, dude. How can you go wrong?
I forgot he's in that movie.
Michael Caine's the best. I've never seen this movie.
I've seen it exactly once. A
Like
very long time ago.
like the old one or the remake one?
Oh, I didn't
Cuz
know it was a remake.
yeah, cuz it was remade in like the the 2000s maybe?
Yeah, like the aughts sometime. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I saw that one.
Okay.
With Charlize Theron?
Yes.
Their own?
Yeah. So Michael
Yeah.
Caine's not in that one.
Okay,
No.
that's okay.
Yeah, this is his like 60s version.
That and the chair is Michael Caine?
I don't think so.
This young strapping lad?
I don't think so.
I
Michael
want to
Caine
believe.
is a young strapping lad to this day, but I don't think that's him.
Okay.
I'm not getting Michael Caine from the chin there, but hey,
I
whatever.
mean, age does things to the gels.
That's true. Shout Factory is next with just a movie I really, really like. I know that you would tell me to watch the original, but
Okay.
I still super like this movie, and I want this Dawn of the Dead 4K release. I want to know how
This is
gross it looks in 4K.
this is a
You
very,
know,
very good movie. I love this movie to
I
bits.
fucking love this movie, dude. Like when I first saw it, I thought it was like a new thing, and you come to find out it's a remake of a super old fucking movie.
Yeah.
Uh, I still think of the Dead movies. This is the only one I've seen
Man,
out of all the of the Deads.
one day I'm gonna sit
Not a
you down
single
and
one.
watch all of these with you.
I mean, it goes through like a whole day, right? There's
Yeah.
night, dawn, day, supper time of the dead, right? A whole thing.
Lunch of the Dead,
Yeah.
Brunch of the Dead. Oh my god, Brunch of the Dead. That's the theme at my next birthday party, okay, guys?
Okay, there
Get
we go.
ready.
You heard it. You heard it here first. So yeah, I fucking love this movie. I would totally buy this in 4K for sure.
Yeah.
If there was a steelbook, I would be a little more intrigued. I just wonder what that would be like, but
Yeah.
this is fine. Now, we're really digging um this boutique label as of late, and they just have a bunch of shit in here. So let's jump into these. You ready?
Yeah, yeah.
This is Vinegar Syndrome.
Ew.
I They're really coming up to be, I think, my favorite ones.
I just hate the name.
I love it, man. Because you can't forget it.
Yeah,
Like,
I guess.
you definitely remember Vinegar Syndrome, you know?
Ugh.
So, first, because of course I had to go alphabetical order.
Mhm.
Fact check me if I'm wrong with my letters later. But this is Evil Laugh. I
Okay.
don't fucking know what that is.
The cover
I've
is
watched
fantastic.
the shit out of this movie.
Yeah, like this romance novel. It looks like
Yes.
Dennis Hoffman or something, just like
Dude,
clinging to Farrah Fawcett down there.
it's just called Evil Laugh.
I
How are
wanna know
you
what this is
not curious? Exactly.
haunted by an evil laugh, like this
Ugh.
Grim Reaper figure in the back. It's fantastic.
I want this. Now, these next two we actually know. So this one's big. This is a big one for me because I've talked about this one on the show. This was one of my lifelong childhood. I wish I could find this movie movies.
Oh my god, okay.
So it's getting a release from Vinegar Syndrome. This is From Beyond, which, by the way, if you read that, says H.P. Lovecraft's
Oh,
From Beyond, right?
interesting.
So this was the movie that I had it completely mixed up in my head as a child that the mummy sucked brains out of people's heads.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Like, I truly thought that the mummy's thing was that he sucked brains out of people's heads. And I knew the scene in my brain that I referenced when I would say that.
Yeah.
And it's from this fucking movie, and he's not even in bandages. Like,
Oh, okay.
I've watched the scene, and I was like, oh, he's not even wrapped up. But it was the exact scene that I remember. So this is the one. He sucks out people's brains and forms like a brain monster at the end and all this wild shit. Like it's a fucking
Alright.
weird movie. But a nice 4K release from Vinegar Syndrome, and I am about that.
4K horror.
And now this one, just a good old classic. Patrick Swayze. We got some Roadhouse.
Alright. Cool,
Good,
cool.
good old Roadhouse. I mean, I've never really seen it. I've seen
Oh,
like
same.
the ending,
Is that,
but
Andrea from The Walking Dead?
no,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Looks
Because
like her on the left there.
this was a little before her time, I think.
Yeah.
Because this was like the 80s, I think. Don't quote me though.
It looks very
Um,
80s.
I mean, I'm loving this neon, dude.
I love
It's
that
the
monster truck.
best. So, got that one, but now this. This is the one. This is the one. You got to picture high school Kelsey and Robert walking around a
Okay.
store with just absolute shit titles on the shelves. And we would totally see this one and go, yeah, we're watching that one. You ready?
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready.
This is the boutique label Saturn's Core Audio and Video.
That's a great name,
That is a great
first of
name.
all.
This movie is a pun on the word damsel.
Alright.
This is Damselvis, daughter of Helvis. This is
Oh
the
god.
biggest photo that exists of this movie online. This is the
So
actual size,
small.
biggest one. So I blew it up for you guys just so you could, see it. But like that's the true size of that photo. Like when you look up photos for this movie and you find the biggest one, it's that.
This woman is wearing white go-go boots that lace all the way up to her ass.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, funny, like damn Elvis. That's, just like a funny pun thing, right? And then when I did Google it, I saw an image and I was like, "Oh, I didn't expect this to be like a horror movie
Yeah, that's amazing. Okay.
because this is a scene from the movie."
Ew. What?
I mean, those practical effects are really bad,
Yeah, it's like he's wearing half of a plastic mask.
but that and this did not go in the same thing in my brain.
We're gonna watch this one, like,
I
no question about it.
cannot wait. I want to see this movie so bad.
Please.
Damn Elvis.
Oh god.
Elvis.
Flawless! I can't stop thinking about that.
Exactly. So I knew you'd get a kick out of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, damn Elvis. I have no fucking clue what on earth. This is right up there with Jesus Christ, Vampire Hunter.
I know. We should d
It's
dedicate a
perfect.
quarter of the Patreon to just movies like this.
Oh my god, we should. So anyway, we got that one. I would like to end things you can buy. This one's not one that you can get yet. This actually comes out
Alright.
March 14th, but it is so good. I had to tell you about it now so you can get ready, so you can get your brains prepared for how good this one's going to be. You ready?
So get pumped. What is it?
All right, so we got to skip past this one again. Coming out in 4K. I cannot I hope they do it well. Prince of Egypt, my
Oh
dude.
my god. Classic. This movie's so good.
The parting of the Red Sea part could be astounding.
Yeah.
if they pull off the color coding and all that shit properly, this
Mhm.
could be amazing. And I feel
I
like this
remember
is like one of the only ones they care about to do that with, potentially.
yeah. I remember watching this one in theaters as a kid and being like, "I would go back in there and watch it again right now."
Oh, dude, I've seen this movie a billion times. And you know what's really funny to me?
What?
I did not really know that this was like a religious movie for
What?
many, many years.
Robert!
I don't know anything about the Bible and stuff. I was just like, oh, this movie's dope. It's a
Okay.
good movie. And then, like, I started going to
I part
church.
the sea, are you kidding? What a
Yeah.
unique
And
concept.
then, like, well, then I go to, like, church and stuff, and they're talking about Moses and shit. And I'm all like, dude, like,
That
Prince of
guy from Prince
Egypt?
of Egypt.
Prince of Egypt? You guys know that movie?
I saw Adam Sandler part the Red Sea once.
It was great. It was like, whoa. Like, I
Uh,
Like, I hold this movie so fucking dear to my heart, and it's got nothing
yeah,
to do with, like, a religious context at all.
it's
This
just a
movie
good
is just
movie.
fucking boss, dude.
Yeah,
The music in this music's dangerous. Like, if I
yeah,
hear any of it, I have to watch the movie and experience
the days
all
are
of them.
gone.
Like, yeah, it's done. Fucking love Prince of Egypt. I saw that on 4K for pre-order, and I was like, oh, I am telling people. I
Hell
love
yeah.
this movie. Fuck. I'm gonna go watch this movie later. Anyway, now I do have one video game thing for you. Can I kick off video game corner?
Yes, please.
Okay. Very, very tiny one, but I just wanted to let you guys know because I found this quite amusing. It's the only real reason I'm talking about it. Like,
Alright.
I really don't give a shit. But um PlayStation is finally getting Power Wash Simulator.
Finally.
Okay, like shit. Don't you want to power
We've
wash some
all been
shit
waiting.
virtually? So as a this comes out January 31st, and as a like promo with PlayStation, they teamed up with Square Enix and all those people that did the new Tomb Raiders, and they've given you 5 levels of different places on Laura's manor where you can clean her house, and she regales you with tales of her adventures.
Honestly, I would wash a tomb. I would love that. Spray down that mummy, make him
There's
look
one
real
in there. There's one in
what?
there. Yeah. So
Very nice.
there's like all of her vehicles covered in mud. There's the outside of the manor. There's like a
Oh,
crypt inside. Like there's a bunch of stuff in there.
you ever washed a really dirty car?
No.
I'm gonna tell you, Power Wash Simulator speaks to a very specific kind of person, and I am that person.
So I will give you this. I saw some gameplay and I was like, "Oh man, it's not as good as I thought," because when I heard this, I found out that Lawnmower Simulator was on PlayStation for free.
Oh my god.
So I got it and I started playing it.
Mhm.
And it is unexpectedly difficult.
Yeah.
Like it's not fun.
My
I've
husband is so into all these simulator games. He loves Power Wash Simulator. He
Oh my
loves
god.
Mowing Simulator. He, like, min-maxes shit, figures out how to, like, get the fastest times.
See, I'm
He's
not
got
going to do that. I just like wanted to enjoy myself,
yeah.
and I'm a one-man show, and the fucking mower that I have cuts too high for what they wanted, so I can't
Okay.
take any of my contracts, and I was
Oh,
like,
no.
this is my favorite mower. I'm not getting a new one. So, I'm fucking done with this game.
Alright.
Um I mean, it's fine. Plus I got mad cuz I turned too hard and I damaged the ground. Whatever, dude.
This is why you don't mow lawns.
Yeah. So, but this, it looked like they didn't even like go back and forth. Like you didn't get like a like all across. Like they just kind of like pointed at the hubcaps and then the whole hubcap got cleaned.
Huh.
And I was like, "Oh, that's not fun."
Oh, I wanna be able to, like, brush the dirt off
Yeah, like
systemically, you know?
I don't want to point to the part and you like you know, I'm not going to point at this part and it cleans this quarter of the car, you know.
What is this, a mobile game?
Yeah, I fucking wouldn't no. Didn't like that. So, I don't know. If it ever hits, you know, for free, I guess I'd try it out.
Okay.
But Lawnmower, I played for like a whole 2 hours, I think, and then was like, I'm done with this.
Okay.
Get mad at me because I dug up the yard a little bit. Oh, I hit a flower. Charge me $1. Uh, but yeah, so I just want to tell you about that because I thought, what a weird, unique, like, combo. Like, what a pairing for Power
That is a
Wash and Tomb
very
Raider.
interesting pairing.
So
Alright.
yeah,
Well, you wanna hear about a video game that's really gonna turn you crank?
I do.
Alright. What do you know about that GoldenEye?
Oh, I know so much. Oh my god.
You heard it, folks. GoldenEye is finally coming to Nintendo Switch Online, which is a very long time in
Oh,
the books. It's been coming for a long time
definitely,
now.
because they said that shit last year,
Yeah,
and everyone thought it was gonna happen before the end of the year.
I know. They were like, "You know, GoldenEye, that one, it's
Yeah.
coming.
Oh,
Just you
I
wait.
I definitely know it.
It's here." So, if you wanna play it on Switch, you're gonna need both the Nintendo Switch Online and the expansion pass because that's gonna add the N64 digital library. If you wanna play it on Xbox Game Pass, however, you can play it there for free. So,
Yes.
the
Now,
2 versions of
this
this
one I'm excited for actually more.
Yeah. So it's 2 versions of the game. They are not identical. The Switch version is gonna include online multiplayer, which is the first time this has been, like, officially available for this game.
Yeah.
It's a 26-year-old game, and they're finally adding multiplayer. Can you believe it?
Well, I mean, it had multiplayer. Well, okay, so I have heard for the Switch, it's not updated multiplayer,
Right.
so you can still screen look,
Oh, what?
which is it's gonna show the quarter split for everybody in the match. So
Why?
because they didn't update that, they like
Oh my
kept all the
god.
coding of that the same, but just made it to where different people can hop into the screens.
Alright. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's odd. The Xbox version, however, is gonna be a fully remastered edition.
Oh
So you
no.
get you get, new control options, you get achievements, which is like, hell yeah. You get that 16:9 resolution and up to 4K Ultra HD res. Are
Like,
you excited?
yes, like I already wanted an Xbox for High on Life,
Yeah.
but now I just want it for GoldenEye.
Also, High on Life, I didn't add this in the roundup, but like, what's his nuts left Squanch Games because he'd have, all of the stuff he's got going on.
Yeah, I mean,
Justin Ireland.
that sounds about right.
He's not a good person. That's
No,
all I gotta say on that.
his properties are good though, which is sad.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how they continue on without him.
Yeah.
But anyway, that is unfortunately all I have for video games, but we do have a really, really huge Blizzard corner for
Yes,
you.
we do.
So let's
I will
dive into that.
end this music. I don't have sad Blizzard music for you guys, so yeah, sorry about that.
All right. Okay. I talked about this before last year, but now it's finally happened. So Blizzard has been
Oh
in
yeah.
talks with NetEase for a very long time. So this is their web client, which takes the place of BattleNet in China.
Okay.
They let their license lapse with NetEase,
Of course they
which
did.
means they've effectively ended the 15-year partnership with no safety net plan to continue providing games to their players in China.
Cool.
Are you kidding?
Like, cool.
I okay, so Blizz torpedoed their entire market a few years back. I think it was 2019 by firing a sportscaster who came out in support of Hong Kong when that
Mm-hmm.
whole bullshit was happening to poor Hong Kong over there.
Yeah.
They did that to appease their Chinese market because their Chinese market is huge,
Yeah.
gigantic. And now they're just like, you know what? Fuck the Chinese market in the middle of the Lunar New Year celebration. And I say celebration with heavy scare quotes because they didn't even do I'm not gonna call it an event this year. They put out one skin and this is the skin. It's
Yeah.
cute, sure. It's just May in a hat. It's just May in a
Yeah.
hat, guys.
Like, I'm pretty sure it's the skin. It's based on a skin shirt he had,
Yeah.
but with
It's just May in a
this.
hat with little bunny ears. The bunny ears are cute as shit, but this skin, it doesn't you don't even get it for free. It costs money. It costs
Yeah.
money, and that's the event. That's the event. They're selling you a May skin with bunny ears. But anyway, that's not what this is about. This is about the poor gamers in China who no longer have access to any of the Battle.net games.
Yeah.
They still can play Diablo 4 Immortal because that is a mobile game, but everything that
Okay.
was housed on Battle.net is no longer available in China, which sucks.
I mean,
They've
that's a
also
lot of shit, dude.
it's a lot of shit. They've also paused sales of all their games in China until the foreseeable future so
Ooh,
they can figure out
okay.
a workaround. And that's like the player base for World of Warcraft, a lot of Chinese people
I
in
was
that
about to
player base.
say, yeah.
Like it's nuts to me that they let this agreement lapse. I'm shocked. I don't know if just because they have a lot going on or what's happening, but
I know you
maybe
probably don't
that's the
have
top
this
priority.
answer, but World of Warcraft is paid
Mhm.
monthly, right?
Right?
If I can't access it through Battle.net, are you still gonna charge me my monthly fee?
I hope not. I didn't research that.
I know, well, that just came to me now because we were talking about how big it is, and I was like, oh yeah, that's like a game you pay monthly for.
It sure is. I'm sure that they had I mean, I say I'm sure, Blizzard has fucked up so tremendously in the past, but I'm sure they worked out something. They were like, "We'll stop charging on this date when we stop giving you access to the account."
That's the big one. That would be my first question because I was trying to
Yeah.
think like if I lost all my games, what would I want to know in the meantime?
Yeah.
That you're not gonna make me pay for it.
Oh, it's rough. It's
Oh
bad
my
stuff.
god.
But
Cool.
furthermore, workers at Blizzard Boston have been trying to unionize for a little while.
Okay.
Also, their studio is called Proletariat Studio. I love
Okay.
that. It's fantastic. However, bad news coming out of this. So, the Communication Workers of America, also known as CWA, that
Okay.
union announced on Tuesday that they're pulling its petition for a union election. And they're blaming the Proletariat CEO, Seth Sivak, for treating workers' organizing efforts as a personal betrayal and holding a series of meetings to undermine them.
Okay.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Um, so they produced a big article on that, and then a bunch of the employees started arguing on Twitter about whether it's all true or not. So some people are like, "Yeah,
Hmm.
the meeting sucks. Like Seth was really anti, not supportive." And then there's a lot of people that are like, "No, he was pretty much neutral." And there's some people that are like, "He was supportive." So it's just kind of a big argument right now on Twitter.
So it's like a selective hearing thing. Like, oh, I heard him say this sentence, so that's what I took from it. Maybe.
It's hard to say at this point. I mean, I want to believe and good in people, but at the same time, like, I'm continuing to be let down, so
I feel like that's how we have to take Blizzard though. Is think of the worst case and go, that's probably what happened.
and then continue digging.
Yeah.
So, that's what's happening with the unionization efforts up in
Okay.
Boston. Remember that tiny, tiny itty bitty baby lawsuit I told you about where 10 gamers were like, "We don't want Blizzard to get bought by Microsoft."
Yes.
Okay, that's still happening. So,
Okay.
Microsoft was like, "Can you pause that little shitty lawsuit so we can focus on the FTC right now?" And, the state courts were like, "No."
Okay.
So, they have to deal with both of them at the same time. Microsoft is frustrated. They state that dealing with both cases simultaneously would result in needless and duplicative litigation and the risk of inconsistent rulings, which, like, yeah, I get it. Um, it sucks to be, like, preparing for this big
Yeah.
thing where the Federal Trade Commission is challenging the biggest acquisition of Microsoft going on right now.
Yeah.
Um, and you'll have to deal with these 10 people that are like, "Mwah, poo poo." So,
Yeah.
sucks, but it's still happening. Um, the the plaintiffs were like, "Gamers aren't bound by the FTC's legal proceedings, so you gotta deal
That's
with them
true.
too."
Yeah. Okay.
So, pretty much told them to eat shit. So, for this next piece of story, I have to go back a little bit. So,
Okay.
back in 2021, Activision Blizzard Incorporated, they implemented a process called stack ranking,
Okay.
which this is gonna sound so American. I feel like this is really common in a lot of companies, but employees are ranked. So whenever like employee evaluation time comes around,
Ooh, I feel like I remember this. Okay.
they rank employees on a bell curve. So managers have to give people like they give like 5% of the people a really good rating, and then like 90% of the people get an average rating, and then another 5% get like they did poor this year.
Yeah.
That's just kind of the quota they have to meet. So even if say everybody on your staff performed equally well, you still have to give like several people excellent rankings and then several people bullshit rankings. So
Yeah.
be like, y'all didn't perform as good, even if they did. So not a great
Okay.
method, but, I just feel bad for the 5% that they like, you're required to give people a rating that says your profit sharing is not gonna be as good, you can't get a raise in the future, you can't get a promotion, even if they're doing fine. Like,
That's insane.
yeah, it's bad. So, one of the managers over there, Brian Birmingham, he took
Okay.
to Twitter and went on a very long rant. So if you
Ooh.
can find this tweet, I think I'm gonna retweet this from the YMToAP account if you wanna read more on it, but,
Okay.
like, this is a huge thread that he went on. So I'll just read this to you guys. I wasn't intending to make this public, but apparently it's in the news already, so I'd at least like to set the record straight. I am no longer an employee of Blizzard Entertainment, though I would return, if allowed to, so that I could fight the stack ranking policy from inside. Powerful words.
That is pretty big because that says to me, I would return if allowed to, which says that almost says to me like he was made to leave, not
Yeah,
he chose
because
to
he came
leave.
out in, criticism of this. They told him, like, "Hey, you gotta get out of here," because he made it public, like, "This is how Blizzard does their stuff, and I don't like it."
Yeah.
And Blizzard was like, "We don't like you.
Ooh.
Pack your bags."
Yeah.
And now he's up on Twitter making a big stink, which, like, hell yeah, make that stink, Brian. We love you. Do it. Continue.
For real, you're not
Fight
there
the good
anymore.
fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing to
So,
stop you. Do it.
no, I am super proud of all the employees in any job, in any piece of corporate America that get a shit deal and then they speak out about it and they let other people know because this is happening in a lot of companies
Yeah,
everywhere. So, hey, fight capitalism.
definitely.
That is all I got for you on Blizzard Corner. Again, we're going to be having so much more news in the next few months. The deal is 5 months away from finalizing on the original timeline. I'm expecting an extension. That's
Okay.
just me personally. There's no like buzz about it yet, but Kelsey Green putting money on it now. You will get an extension on that.
Okay. I I'm with you. I mean, the biggest deal of all time, and you think it's gonna go smooth?
No,
No, no, no.
it's going to be bumps and bruises on everybody on the way through.
Yeah. Well, I guess that will do it for the Friday roundup.
We rounded it
Hopefully,
up.
you found some Blizzard news you liked. You found a weird, stupid movie to go look up, try to
Well,
find, get you a Blu-ray copy of, and we will definitely be bringing you more Blizzard video game, movie, all that kind of news next week. We will see you then.
see you then.
Bye.
Bye.